Okay, everyone, this is SimCity 3000 Unlimited, and most of you are probably way too young to remember these games, but these were popular when I was a older teenager, young adult, and SimCity actually came out before The Sims. SimCity is now, you can't really get it anywhere except on EA Games, which is where you can also get Command and Conquer and all those other games. Sorry, you're going to hear the cats because I'm talking, so they like to talk. Basically, I'm going to show you how to start this game. Because if you don't know how to start it, you're going to have problems getting income and you're going to lose the game really fast. You can't really win this game. It's a simulation game. You can only really lose it. And it depends on how far you want to take it. Now, you can start here. What these years do is 1900, you're basically going to have technology that was around then. So you're not going to have nuclear power plants. You're not going to have fusion. You're not going to have microwave power. You're not going to have subways and all that other kind of stuff, even though there were subways in 1900. But anyway, 1950, I think you do get nuclear power plants. 2000, now remember this game is from the 90s. I don't know how many of you remember, but nuclear fusion, everybody thought nuclear fusion was going to be a thing in a few years. Yeah. Anyway, but you get nuclear fusion right off the bat, I believe. You get more with 2000. The map size, I'm going to do small for you just because I want to show you what's going on. Disasters. I think I'm going to click this on. I don't usually have it on. This means there'll be random disasters during your game. I don't put that on, not because I don't like the disasters. I think they're pretty cool, and you can even, initiate them. I believe you can force Godzilla to come too. It's pretty good. But you'll see why. Hopefully a disaster will happen and you'll see why I don't like them. Now, I usually use this terrain and these trees, but I've also used this one and more savanna desert trees. I really don't use the others, so I can't talk much about them. The buildings are just aesthetics. They're going to follow a style if you pick them. I generally just keep this one because I like log cabins. Now, that doesn't mean every building like skyscrapers are going to look like log cabins. Those are set the way they are. But just the initial little homes. Okay? Now, this is your map. You can create your own map, but it's only good for that game you're playing. Now, you see these here. You can't do it like you normally would, like in Command and Conquer, Red Alert. But here, I'm just going to show you some things. Okay, first of all, you can do this. I don't do this because although I will often raise the water level, I don't want the mountains. You know why I don't want the mountains? You can see all my trees look like the tree I selected. Because the more high areas you got, you're going to have to demo them as your city grows, and I don't want to do that. So I generally put this down here, but I'm going to put it here for you guys. This I generally, whatever. This I'm just going to get rid of. See, you can do that here, but see, you don't have as many high areas. Now from here, you can alter this, but like I said, you can't save this as a template. So if I lower terrain, I can create more water. And that, you hit it slowly and you get stuff like this, okay? Raised terrain, I can make really high mountains if I wanted to. That looks too pyramid shaped, so we're going to do this, make it look a little more mountain-like, although it really doesn't. But I could also lower it too if I don't like it. I want to make it look more like a mountain and less like a pyramid. Okay, so you can do that. You can also level terrain. It's going to level it to the level you first click on. You hold it, and now it's bigger. Now if I click and hold this, it's going to be lower. See, that's what you do, okay? Now, if you have to do this in the game, it's going to cost you money. But I generally don't care because I know how to play the game, and having to raise a little bit of terrain or demo a little bit, it doesn't bother me. But if you don't, and you aren't proficient with this, you're going to burn through money quick, and you're just going to lose the game. You can't really win a game like this, but you can lose it. Now, I'm going to accept this terrain, and it starts on pause, and you can read these if you want, but ordinances cost money except for a couple are money neutral, and one or two bring income like gambling. But we'll talk about that here. See, first you have pause, okay? Now, this is where you go look at your budget. Everything starts up here. Okay, on pause, I'm starting with 50,000. Easy, you start with 50,000. I'm starting on easy just because I'm showing you how to use it, and I suggest you do that too. I'm going to pull all these except roads down to nothing. Why? Because I don't have schools, I don't have hospitals, I don't have fire, I don't have cops, I don't have mass transit, but I do have roads. Okay, now income. You see this here, this is the default. You want to lower this because you're going to start residentially. Okay, that's Spurs thing. So I put it on 4 or 3. Commercial tax rate I keep on 7 in the beginning. I put this at 10. Industry's going to come in and out. Okay, you generally, the highest I've ever gotten this and not had the game just like come after me is I've had this on 8. I've had this on 10. And I think I've had this on 15. And that'll generate more income for you. Now, you look at ordinances. This is their symbol for their money. Okay, that's all that is. You can think of it as dollars or whatever. And see all these minuses? That means they cost money. Okay, but we're going to do that, legalize gambling. These just say 0 for now because I don't have anything built. Okay, so that's what I initially do. I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to decide where I want to do this. Now, the scroll rate on this can be ridiculously fast. I generally start near a border, and you're going to see why. Because you can make hookups with your neighbor. And then they'll make deals with you if they want. Like, they'll give you money to take their trash. Or they'll give you money for your water and stuff like that. But first things first. First you want to do is you just want to make a simple road grid pattern. It doesn't have to be exactly a grid. You can make angle roads if you want. It's not the end of the world. It's just easier to manage things down the line. Because as this game progresses, things are going to age. Your water pipes, your water towers, your power plants. And then they're going to start failing. And so I generally stop the game when I spend more time fixing my infrastructure than I do building new things, because it just gets boring at that point. But we're not going to take it this far. So we start a grid pattern here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, this is preference. I don't think the game really cares where you put these zones. All right. But we're going to put, well, actually, let's do this too. Because I am going to need a little landfill. And since I'm not going to the game that much, and I'm not going to make rail, but rail really helps. You want to invest in rail in this game. Oops, I did that. All right, now that's gone. See, there's your demolisher. See, I started at 2,000, so I could do subway. I could add bus stops. You know what? Let's do that. We're going to add a bus stop here, and a bus stop here, and a bus stop here. That'll help mass transit. Now you have mass transit, so the game's going to start complaining at you. Don't worry, okay? Just let it complain. Because if you start taking care of everybody's little whininess problems, you're going to go bankrupt. Now, I start on dense residential. That's going to be here. Okay, this is where I'm going to put that. And you can see right now, the game is paused, and I'm just bleeding money. Okay, now I'm going to make commercial. I'm going to do dense. Now I'm going to do medium commercial. I'm going to do mediums. I'm not going to do dense here. I'm going to put it near the industry. People need their jobs, so they're either going to work here or here. Now, we're going to do medium residential because we have stuff zoned for industry. What's this? This is for this. Oh, sorry, this is a zoning. Landfill. I always start with a landfill. I generally use a bigger map, so I'll actually start it. I'll start something else up here with its own little windmills, a power source, and its own water tower, just so it's not by my city. Okay, but this is fine for here, all right? So we have this. We're going to need power, all right? I started on 2,000, so I have windmill. See, I have everything that we had in the 90s. Now, you're going to probably want to start with the cheapest, you know, which is, in this case, a gas power plant. And you want to kind of keep it by your industry, so you'll put it here. And I'm going to put something over here just so you can see it. We're going to do water towers because your city's going to need water. We're going to put water right here. I'm going to put one here because I want to show you something about power. Every roads, rail, and zoning connect power automatically. You don't need to put wires in. There is no automatic water. So I'm going to have to do, actually, I'll do it after I start the game just so you can see it. So you go back here. Let's go here. Okay. I'm down to $33,000. I got everything set. Let's run the simulation. Okay. Now it's on turtle speed right now. Fuck that. All right. African swallow, Monty Python reference. You see this? It doesn't have its own power source. So I've got to connect it with power lines. But you see, I don't have power issues in the zoning areas because it's directly connected. Now that'll go away. Now watch what happens when I hit pipes for water. This means they don't have water. The water towers only extend so far, but you can increase that reach. Okay? And let's do this too. Now I'm going to do something here. Is I'm going to connect it to my city because they may want to buy water from me, all right, in the future. Now it costs money to do that, so be a little careful. But you see how this is now, so I need another water tower. So I'm just going to do that. You can put up things like pumping stations and stuff, but they don't increase your water intake. Water treatment plant doesn't either. Desalination plant will, but I don't have the money for that crap. So I'm just going to do this. I'm good, okay? So we go back to the surface. We can see stuff developing. No schools, I don't care. You know, that's fine. But I do want to connect them via road, too. And you're going to want to lay roads a lot. These are expressways. You really can't do this until you've got over 100,000. You may be like, Steve, I haven't seen you get a single dime. Well, let's go here while it's doing it. Okay, my taxes are low. You can see my residential's up because taxes are so low. These are down, but I'm still getting income. I'm going to end up with an additional $861. Now, my city's real small. At the end of the year, that's what I'm going to end up with. My city's small, so I'm not going to have a lot in the beginning. So I'm basically just going to let this run at this point. Okay? Oh, and it also helps every once in a while, since demoing structures doesn't cost that much. See, $5. If it gets too ratty, okay, you can just knock it down. All right, it's going to happen. These are ratty, so I'm just going to get rid of them. All right, it doesn't cost a lot, and then it'll regrow. All right. Now my landfill, as you can see here, you do have other things. These are ridiculously expensive. It's $500 a square, and you generally don't need more than 7 by 4. So you 28 to 30 squares, but that's a lot of money. You know, 30 squares is what, $15,000. You could put an airport, but you could be broke. Okay. Seaport, well, we're not really to the sea yet, and I'm not really worried about it. It's half that. Seaports will pollute as they get old. They'll pollute the water, but who cares? All right. And now I'm going to hope a disaster comes about soon, because you'll see why I don't like them, especially since I'm on, African swallow. But here, now I can show you. I want to show you this. That's why I left this. I did see it. All right. I can. Oh, wait. That's not right. Steve. See, you saw these in the beginning when you were making your map. Okay. I can still do that, but now it costs money. See, it's $6 to raise that little bit. Now, if I wanted to, here, I'll just show you. See, the more you level, the more it costs. And you see my income's going up. Now, when I hit 30,000, I generally just start doing minor things. You want to keep doing little things that don't cost tons of money in the beginning, like laying roads. Now, these can add up, but I would like to have, more income. So the only way to really do that is to get more people. Now, the roads and stuff, they will go under these power lines. but some things won't. So you're better off just demoing them. But if you don't need to demo them, you can just do this. Let's not do any more industrial. Let's do more medium commercial. This is why I don't like disasters. You see what that did? It just pulled me from what I was doing. Okay, that's why I don't like them. I don't have anything to really interfere with that. I don't have any seaports. But once you build a seaport, if you have disasters on, those wool poles are going to hit it constantly. Now, you see, I zoned it. The power lines disappeared because I don't need them anymore. And we're going to do this. We're going to do dense residential here. You'll see high rises, you know, like the Chicago, they used to have in Chicago. Let's check our water. Oh, wow. We don't have any water up here. I forgot about that. Will this extend? It does. I'm good. Okay. Let's put this down here just in case. Sometimes I forget to do this, so I'll start building city, and all of a sudden down here it'll say they don't have water. Now, things like water and power you have to worry about. And you always keep some money in the bank because eventually your power plants are going to fail. Your water towers are going to fail. They just do. It's just part of the game. You can't do anything about it. Repeal sought. Oh, fuck you. I ain't doing that. All right, let's check our income now. We are 4 years into development. I'm down below 30,000, so I'm not going to do anything for a while. Has my income increased? Let's check. I'm up to 1369. This, in order to keep a healthy city, should be about $5,000 once you really get going. You don't want it to be too high, because if it's too high, and your stuff will just start, if you have disasters on, fires are going to break out like crazy. Okay, it's going to mess with what you do. So you'll slowly start doing things, and I'll do it here. I'm over 1,000. I don't need that quite yet, so I'm going to bring this down 1%. Okay, as you can see, that didn't really change much. I don't have any neighborhood deals, but these are my neighborhoods, and I'm starting down here, so I'm connected to these guys, and I'm hoping they'll want me to take their garbage or something. Now, garbage isn't a big deal because all you got to do, honestly, is make more landfill. And as long as you keep that landfill not full, they'll keep sending you garbage and paying you. Roads, I don't think much does that. It just kind of like brings them to your city. Water, if they buy water from you, keep your stuff up to date. Because the second that water pipe fails or the water tower goes and you have Sims that need water, your deal's broken, they're going to charge you. It's that way with not only water, what else is that? Oh, it's that way with power too. So be careful. And as you can see here now, I'm looking here, and I'm getting a lot of dilapidation. To get tax breaks could happen any moment. Do this once in a while. This ordinance costs money, but it's not that much. All right, fine. I could use the industry because everything's kind of struggling right now. Okay, you see, actually, this is kind of healthy right now. But you look here, my commercial's not doing the best. Nothing's growing here. So I'm going to rezone some of this. I have too much commercial right now. So let's do that. Maybe that'll spur this. I'm going to demo this and this. Maybe something will grow in this. Okay. And I'm going to rezone this to medium residential too. I think I'm going to put a bus stop in there. I'm just ignoring all the hospital stuff right now. I'll up that in a little bit. But bus stops, transportation. I'll just put one. No, I have one right there. I'll put one right here. And we'll put one right here. So that'll spur that, hopefully bring that up. You know, I'm still doing something that's not costing me a lot of money. I'm above 30,000 again. I'm really not going to do anything until I hit 50,000. And then hopefully someone will ask me for a deal. And then hopefully that'll stop this. Once I hit 50,000, I'm going to stop anyway. Now, what I'm going to do here is income I still have over 1,200. So I'm going to satisfy these little whiners a little bit because I'm going to start building things like schools. Okay? So watch my income drop. Public health I'll still keep low. I'm going to start bringing up fire because stuff will get set on fire. 1209, we're still on track. Police, I'm going to go up. Mass transit, I'm not. My only mass transit's bus stops. I don't have any train stations. I don't have any subway, so we're just going to keep it right there and see what happens because I'm going to have to start building schools because development will come to a halt if I don't eventually do that, okay? It's just going to. So let's actually put another bus stop in right here. Let's put another water tank. You want to kind of plan this as you do it too. You just don't want to smack a water tank out in the middle of nowhere. Try to keep your roads lined up the best you can and whatnot. So we're going to do that. And I'm also going to do this so I know I have my road there. Okay. I'm going to check my water. I want that connected. See, okay, now they have it. And I'm also going to connect them here. Okay, we're good. Pipes don't really cost that much, so I'm not too much about it. I still have more than 30,000. Now I'm going to put a school in. I'm going to put it right here. The way I play it, too, is I'll start the big city here. You can put things up here, like all these things down the line. Some cost money, some don't. I don't get why that is. And I think different parts of the game that may vary. It does help attract people to your city, and they don't break unless you got disasters on. If you have disasters on, they'll fall apart like everything else. But I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to hit Parks and Recs because I want to add right here a little fountain and 2 small parks. Yep, see fire. Okay. So there's a couple ways. I'm glad that happened. There's a couple ways I can deal with this. Where is it? Oh, it's at my power plant. That sucks. There aren't really too many days I could deal with this. So we're going to do this, and we are going to put this right here. Okay? We're going to make sure they're hooked up to water. All right? And my power plant just went down. And so I got to start funding fire now. Otherwise, everything I just built is going to burn to the ground. See, it's just burning. Everything's fucking burning. I'm just going to pull this up for right now. All right. My power plant's gone. See, okay, so let's demo this. Let's do a new power plant. I am going to do coal. They don't burn as easily. We are going to need... I hate that scroll rate. There's not much you can do about it. At least I don't know how to fix it. The game's just pain in the ass like that. God damn it. Come on, man. Alright, let's just do that. I gotta zoom out. So if I don't, it's just gonna keep doing that. I don't know why this is doing this. This shouldn't still be doing this. I have water. Okay? I set my fire budget up. Maybe they just want another goddamn fire department. Okay, I guess we'll give you one of those. Here you go. Oh, there is one more thing I can do to stop a fire. See how this is all... I forgot about this. I can demo this stuff. It won't let me demo that. Okay. But I can demo this stuff. There. I took care of the fire. Now that costs me money. Alright? So, I still have to have a school. Because if I don't have a school, no one's going to come. School's $500. Not the end of the world. There we go. Okay. I'm going to do some zoning so I can have more income. So I'm probably going to drop closer to 20 here. I am just going to zone this all as light residential. Hopefully that'll spur this. And you know how you pick a certain look to a house? See? These always look like this. That's a default. You know, some stuff always looks a certain way regardless. Now, my power plant could have started on fire. Now here's another design. I'm polluting. So it's just toxic cloud emits from new city facility filth. Who cares? All right, just let it do its thing. I mean, you could demo it. But, I mean, is it really worth it? You know, whatever. It'll stop. All right. Now, fire. I still don't have any police. I'm going to check my budget. See, I'm only bringing in 500. So now that my fire's gone, they're going back down to nothing. But I'm going to bring police up a bit. Let that stupid cloud do its thing. Alright, you don't really want residential too close to this. I know I have some here to industry because of stuff like this. But it's not the end of the world, okay? I'm also going to, I think I'm going to put up a couple windmills. Why are you going to do that, Steve? They're cheap. And that way, I'm relieving stress from my power plant. Okay? So let's do here. Windmills are $250 a piece. This will take some stress off my grid. Okay? And you can do other things too. Like you can take a snapshot or whatever. Your neighbors, same thing. You can get in it that way. Here's your ordinances. Most of the stuff is pointless. I never pick any of these. Except mandatory water meters. You know. Oh, here's a 0. Farmer's market. You pick that. Stuff that doesn't cost money you want to do. Okay? Just because it helps. Alright? Legalize gambling. I had it up to like $200 once. When your city's this young, it's going to be under 10 usually. Maybe 12 if you're lucky. And watch your landfill. I only got that's probably 15% of it full. So no biggie. The landfills don't, fill up as fast as you might think they do. So I'm 10 years in. I've already had a couple natural disasters, and said I'm taking stuff off. Scenario status. Why isn't that? Well, I can also view data. Okay. There's residential. Bad. Now, that doesn't mean, you're in bad shape. It just means that you got to do something. You don't have enough infrastructure, whatever. Crime, high in the industrial, no surprise there. You reduce that by building a police station. You can build jails too, but you really don't need those right off the bat. Those can come later. Population density, for some reason, people live in the industrial area, I guess. I don't know. Power data map, powered, unpowered. I'm good. Fire station coverage. You can see you need a lot of fire stations, but I don't have the revenue for that. So my income, see, low. It's low everywhere. It's going to always be that way until you make some progress in the game. Polluted, clean, don't care. Traffic's always going to be light in the beginning of the game. And eventually, if you start building and you don't build expressways, this is going to get really bad and stuff will start falling apart. Water usage, I'm good. There's my zones. Whoa, no! Kitties! Government would be things like your power plant, your fire, your school, that stuff, your water towers. That stuff's all government. Okay? you can't zone for it. You just build things and it becomes. There's an earthquake all the way over there. No one cares. It doesn't affect me. I don't give a shit. All right. So, offered haunted house. Damn it. I love the haunted house. Sometimes if you're not fast enough, you won't be able to get it. Teachers strike. Nobody cares. Ooh, what's this? Wouldn't it be nice? Yes. If you just... Okay. For the service. 1,700 tons a month. Fine. Now you're going to have to watch your trash. Except, beginning of the game, if they offer you money, take it. Okay? You can always break the deal later. See, now this is going to build up a little more. So, I need to do something about that before it fills up. I am also going to put a water tower out here so it can have its own. Now it doesn't have power. You don't have to worry about a landfill having power, but you do have to worry about your water tower. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to expand this. And now we're going to zone for trash. There. Now I'm probably 10% landfill. No, too early. Oh, if you reject, go boo! Nobody cares. Yeah, it smells funny because you suck and don't worry about it. Okay, now, putting that up will help. Oh, I missed. We can do this too. Okay. Now, we're only 14 years into the game, so stuff isn't going to start falling apart yet. Some stuff will fall apart every 50 years. The power plant blew up and started a fire just because it was gas, number one. And number two was I was straining it. I had it too spread out. I love the haunted house. Oh, and these free things like this will also need their own power. Where's their fire? God damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? Never had this much fire in a fucking game before. See, now I'm up to 2,000. So I can start doing this because I'm going to need... Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to start funding stuff. And I'm at 26 now. I'm in August, so I'm just going to wait. I don't know why the hell this thing's still burning. It's right next to a goddamn fire station. It's going to burn until it falls apart. I'm just going to let it. There's no point. I funded it. I don't know what to do. So we're going to put another one right here because that one's about to fall apart on me. Oh, by the way, putting a lot of water towers in one area doesn't spread the water out far. It only goes so far from that water tower. So you'll still have to add tons and tons of pipe. So it's better to spread these out. But keep track of them because, like I said, they will fall apart. I don't know if water towers are every 50 or 100 years. I don't remember when they start falling apart. Some stuff never falls apart. Your bus stations will never fall apart. Your schools will never fall apart unless they start on fire, okay? So we have that there, and now I am going to, we have the school. Let's put some cops. See, here you have police station or jail. We're going to go with a station, and we're going to put it right there. I'm funding a little shit, so I should have a little station, right? All right. Now, there's other cool stuff to have, but it's like, I'm going to just give you a landmark to show you. Let's do Big Ben. I like Big Ben. It's only one square. We'll put them by the water. See, you get stuff like this, and that helps. Now, people like living by police stations. Why, I have no idea. So we are going to, merely adequate. Deal with it. Nobody cares. Oh, if you put more roads in too, that helps relieve traffic. And even if you don't go to the map and look at traffic, you can tell by who's driving on it. Okay? So we're going to do medium residential. Oh, there's another cloud of crap. Oh well, sucks to be you guys, I guess. I'm also going to do this here, I think. I think I'm going to put some medium industrial here. And I want to be careful when I do this because I'm going to need power. So I'm going to put this here and this here. So it doesn't fall apart. Okay? Alright. Medium, one more. Okay. Medium industrial. Put you there. And let's put a bus stop in. There we go. Okay. That should help. Alright, now let's check the water. Yeah, I don't need another tower. The pipes do extend it out. Okay? But if I start running a pipe, I'll show you. All the way to BFE. And you can cross waterways with them. Okay? This is blue. It'll feed stuff like that because I don't have a lot. As I build this, if I leave that pipe out there, it'll start not chugging water out because you have to feed your city first. So it's going to pull it back. It's going to consume more water. For a 90s game, this game was pretty good. And it always helps to put more pipes in. But remember, they're eventually going to decay. So I don't think you want... whatever. Okay, so let's put our haunted house in now that we have time. Show you where that is. It's under this. Gifts, rewards. Oh, I have a mayor's house and a haunted house. Let's put my house somewhere. I'll just put it right about here. Okay. Now the haunted house. I'm going to take him. Oh, no, I don't want that. Sorry. Haunted house doesn't cost anything. I generally try to keep this by a commercial area or residential, not strictly at residential. Like I wouldn't put it here, but here we're close enough to commercial. Okay, and a lot of residents don't like the haunted house next door, so they start bitching. But commercial's a good place to put it. They're probably not going to complain. I don't care. Oh, fuck off. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, boomer. So I'm at 27,000 now. I'm not going to let this go to 50,000 because I'll be talking forever. But let's see where my budget is right now. See how it dropped down to 1,500? That's still good for this progressive level in the game. So I could do this to pull that up a little bit. Because I need to add a hospital at some point. That's also here. It's in here though. You have all these, and these things do help. But we do need a hospital, and I could probably just put it. Why can't I put it there? Should be enough space. Oh, it's because of the angled road. I can fix that. Okay, there we go. The water smells funny because you didn't bathe. Now, this will dilapidate eventually if I don't support it. What do I mean by support it? Let's just give it a little bit of commercial. Now, your residents aren't going to want to live by that stuff, but, whatever. You just put water. You see, now the industry will develop. This will too, it'll just take a while. Actually, I'm going to D-zone that. No, I'll build a landfill somewhere else. But anyway, I think that's it. I think that's as far as I'm going to take this game. I don't want to bore you for eternity. So that's just basically my city. You can also start something out here if you wanted to. Just remember to, give it a windmill, give it a water and plant, you know, build some roads, whatever you need to do, and you can start up here, and you can put your garbage over here, or just like this for now, and just put a landfill in there. But anyway, let's exit this. Yes, we are going to exit. Yes. Oh, wait, no. No. Sorry. Exit. Okay. You want to save the game? No. Alrighty, guys. I think that's pretty much it.